years, I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. Well, you're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies.
Because if you were capable of doing what they're saying that you did to Tupac, why the f wouldn't we believe that you were capable of doing it to Nip, because he was about to eclipse you?
You know, you got potentially a classic album, and you know, it's things we can do to really push it over that limit. And so we just got back in the studio. He called in musicians. He called in the Hitman, his old production squad, Scott Storch, and we just vibed for like 2 weeks and just did little touch-ups, had combos about the records.
Y'all, the feds have apparently linked Diddy to Nipsey Hussle case, and it looks like Diddy might actually be heading to prison. The list of crimes he's allegedly connected to is wild, and with the feds supposedly reopening the investigation into NP's murder, it's about to get a hole. Lot messier for Diddy. The streets are buzzing that Nippy was becoming a major threat to Diddy and Jay-Z because of his rising power and influence. Allegedly, they tried to take him down multiple times, from rumors of getting Lauren, his girlfriend, involved in their schemes to attempts to catching him on tape to do some crazy stuff at parties. But now it seems like the truth is finally bubbling up, and Lauren London might need to go into hiding for a little bit because the new evidence is reportedly linking her to Nipsey Hussle. And y'all already know the streets do not play when it comes to Nippy. But these type of accusations is crazy, so let's break it down now. Nipsey Hussle death shook the internet to its core, not just because of how sudden and heartbreaking it was, but because of who Nippy was as a Grammy-winning artist. Nippy wasn't only celebrated for his music, he was a pillar in his community, and activist who created opportunities for the youth and constantly gave back. He was deeply respected by so many and hadn't even hit the peak of his career yet, so why would someone take him out in such a brutal and senseless way? Here's what the official reports say went down on that tragic day. On March 31st, 2019, Nippy had a tense exchange with a man named Eric Holder, supposedly because Nippy accused him of being a snitch. That confrontation tragically spiraled into something far worse around 9 o'clock. That day, Eric Holder pulled up to the parking lot of Nippy's store, Marathon Clothing, where Nippy was just chilling. Then, out of nowhere, Eric opened fire, hit Nippy multiple times, and wounding 2 others nearby. Less than an hour later, Nippy was sadly pronounced dead at the hospital just a few days after Nipsey's death. Though Eric Holder was arrested and slapped with several serious charges, including first-degree attempt with a firearm and being a felon in possession of a firearm, he was eventually found guilty on all counts and sentenced to 60 years to life in prison. But this is where things got really crazy. During the trial, Eric Holder was allegedly attacked while in jail on his way to court. His lawyers claimed that 2 inmates came at him with a razor, and the attack was so vicious that Eric was knocked unconscious.
Hussle's alleged killer was attacked on his way to court. Eric Holder's attorney tells TMZ that he was attacked by 2 people while in a holding cell. Holder needed 3 staples after being cut with what's believed to be a razor. He also may have lost consciousness during the attack. Closing arguments in the trial are scheduled for Thursday. Holder's accused of shooting Hussle at least 10 times, killing him in the parking lot of Hussle's South LA store in 2000.
Eric Holder was on trial for taking out one of LA's most loved and respected figures. It wasn't a shock that some people might have wanted revenge, but the gel attack on him felt a little bit too calculated, like maybe someone was trying to make sure Eric kept his mouth shut. This is where the rumors started swirling that Eric didn't take Nippy out just over a personal beef. Maybe he was paid to do it. And now someone was tying up loose ends before Eric could really spill the tea. But the theory gained even more steam when the prosecution pointed out that Eric's actions weren't just a spur-of-the-moment type of thing. They revealed he actually went back to his car after the argument, loaded his weapon, casually ate a few fries, and then calmly walked back to confront Nippy in the parking lot. And if that wasn't cold enough, Eric reportedly kicked Nippy in the head after shooting him like he was trying to send a message. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that doesn't sound like a crime of passion to me. That sounds like premeditation, almost like a hit. And people started connecting the dots, trying to figure out who might have W and Nippy gone. And soon enough, names like Diddy and Jay-Z started being whispered in the conversation. So word the street is that Nip growing power and influence at Jay-Z and Diddy feeling real, uncomfortable, and they weren't having it. The whispers suggest that Nip rise made them nervous, and they wanted him out the picture. And Jaguar Wright didn't hold back when she dropped Thizzy, comparing Nipsey's tragic death to Lisa Letty Lopez's suspicious car accident in 2002. She straight up implied that these situations might not be as random as they seem. K has something much darker happening behind the scenes.
Diddy parties. All of the support that Snoop has for Honeycomb. You've been moving out the way, Snoop. Allegedly. You f***ed up when you f***ed Nip. Y'all all f***ed up when you f***ed with Nip. Moved him out of the way because he was about to give Dr. Sabi to the world all over again, just like Lisa Left Eye Lopez tried to do damn near 30 years ago. Y'all ain't slick.
What do Nipsey Hussle and Lisa Left Lopez have in common? For one, both were passionate about making a real impact in their communities, and both had ties to the controversial Honduran healer Dr. Sebi Alfredo Bowman. Well, Nippy was working on a documentary about Dr. Sebi before he passed, and Lisa had gone to Honduras to film her own documentary while receiving natural treatments at Dr. Seb's retreat. And here's where things got sketchy. There's a rumor that Jay-Z played a role in Lisa Letty Lopez's death because she was allegedly about to expose the conspiracy between Dr. Sebi, Big Pharma, and some dark secrets within the industry. In her documentary, the story goes that she knew too much and was ready to reveal it all. But the plot thickens right. Before Nipsey's death, he had started getting close to Jay-Z with rumors of him signing the Rock Nation. But the deal never went through. Some say Jay-Z got nervous, fearing what could happen if Nippy, given his influence and reach, made it big on a mainstream level now. After Nippy began spending time with Diddy, he asked him to be his mentor. But then things took a darker turn. Allegedly, Diddy started feeling threatened by how much Nip influence was beginning to mirror Tupac. And we all know Diddy's history with Tupac, according to Jaguar Wright. Diddy even went as far as alleged League orchestrated NP's relationship with Lauren London to keep a close eye on him. She claimed that this was all part of a bigger scheme to eventually take Nippy out.
All of your fucking secret meetings with Diddy, and y'all fucking knew that they put Lauren on him. See, I know Lauren London. Lauren London used to sing backgrounds for me back in the day. You didn't know that, did you?
Hell no, I didn't know that.
Lauren London used to be one of my background singers. She fell in love with my keyboard player. His name is Omar Edwards. Omar went on to play for Jay-Z after me, after leaving my band. Omar Edwards got Lauren London on to American Idol, which put her in position to meet Nipsey, and then she dumped Omar, who loved her madly, for Nipsey out of nowhere. All those fucking Diddy parties.